Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we are hurtling toward a victory condition that is, I would say somewhat different. Somewhat different from the one that I intended to be bringing us after. I guess hurtling is maybe not the right word, given the rate at which these episodes have been coming out, and we will talk about that a little bit. But for right now, let's just try to figure out how we're going to continue pursuing our goals here. So purple and red are the other players who still have their capitals. Purple and red and green. Shoot, right, it was 3. I have some concerns about whether this is actually even going to be doable. Well, I mean, a science victory isn't totally impossible. It would be tight, but our techs are coming down pretty quickly. And if we can get this necrophage city, then we'll have a strategic extractor, or a strategic amplifier, over top of a Hyperium deposit with a Harmonite assimilation, and maybe that'll be enough Hyperium to actually go for it. I guess let's not worry about the long-term plan so much then, because I think it is necessarily going to be the case that both plans, both the science plan and the supremacy plan, the next step of both of them is we got to clear Nairinus. We have to take this city. So let's just focus on that for right now. We can make the other decision later. How can Zoyos Brightslash, who is on the wrong side of the world, contribute to the battle at Nairinus? It takes us long enough to get over there by the computer's optimal route that we don't actually get to participate in the battle in our dark form. And also, I can't wait this long. There is, however, another necrophage city over here, which is reasonably well defended. Okay. We can put some pressure on Valdea to make it more likely that they will just concede Nairinus to us. I know it's a very high value city for them. Oh, right, you were just getting in the city. That's fine. But, maybe. This is happening also as soon as I loaded in the game. Red just doing everything in their power to make enemies of us. Is my intent already, of course, but they didn't have to be like jerks about it. So we're gonna get you back out there. And then the question is, like, do we want to try to organize a full Urkin rush on Nairinus? Do I think that could work as a strategy? How long until people can migrate? Actually, I thought our migrate abilities were on cooldown. Maybe I'm misremembering. But we can both move this turn. So right, this is going to be the fastest way to do that. This is the tile that is closest to the road. Or rather, it is equidistant with some other tiles from the road. So yeah, we don't want to move Chaka over until backup arrives, but yeah, I think this is the play. We pressure this little island of theirs to make them more eager to give up. Oh, also, this is where where that wonder got built. That's really interesting, and they're working on a guardian. And then we do an Urkin push over here with all of the Urkins and all of their combat powers, right? We still don't have this, which would be nice. But we're banned from the market, so not easy to get. What if peace and you gave me some gold? What do I need? 2. I need 2 gold. Hold on. Yes, gold. That's probably doable, right? Because there is still the possibility that we could work up trade with them. I would really like to get a trading situation going. I don't want to give them titanium because we're going to go through a lot of titanium really soon. I guess here's a question. Do I think that they're a danger to us in long game terms? Like maybe we could just give them endless mechanisms is a tech they probably won't get that much value out of. Yeah, maybe we just negotiate some stuff here. What, like 300? Okay, yeah, we do need to stay on influence for like another turn or two because we just spent everything so that we can make some complicated deals. But something like this is maybe doable. Do we actually have the possibility of ocean trade with them? They own Auriga, and we do have a dock adjacent. That city doesn't have a dock. Nakaini is adjacent to that ocean region and doesn't have a dock, and that's it, right? Siap City is way back there. Warhammer is actually adjacent. Does Warhammer have a proper dock? Yes, it does. Okay. So, if we got peace with green, that would mean ocean trade across a region green controls. That's not a bad plan. What do the relative military strengths look like right now? Okay, so green's about as big as we are. Purple and red are... red is still terrifying. Purple is less so, but high. This is not going to be easy. What is red's current, like, diplomatic state? Overall diplomatic state? Completely neutral. Interesting. Green is friends with purple. So yeah, that's good for us. Maybe the plan is we form the green, purple, orange power block against red, figure out the red situation, and then, you know, backstabs and stuff later. It's not terrible. So you're exactly where you need to be. And we have these Harmonites. What is it that we're supposed to be doing now? Save them within 10 turns. Okay, by destroying all the Haunt's armies in the region. So I guess we need to be looking for Haunt armies. Okay. I can see the entire region and... oh no, I guess I can't. Maybe they're up there. And you're just waiting for backup. And also we're building more backup. Okay, I think we are on both roads as best as we can be. We're not going to spend any of our dust because next turn we're thinking we're probably going to be able to use the market again. That'll be a good time for that. And you know, I was going to have this settler just jump in the garrison, but actually there's a lot of pearls around here. Let's run out and grab those. Okay. Yeah. So we gotta make sure we press this button so our Skyfin doesn't die, at least not for free. Oof. And yeah, so I posted a video not too long ago talking about how I've been having some illness related issues. That is responsible for some of what's been going on. And I had a little bit of a... oh, I forgot to uproot and move Fakir. That's a mistake. And I sort of had a recurrence yesterday, and actually really bummed out about it too because I had a really, really good day yesterday. I had some very unexpected and cool stuff happen in the morning, and then yeah, I was kind of walking on air. I was feeling really, really good, and then I guess some parts of my body got the message, and they were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! She's walking around happy? That's not how we do things here." And so, you know, a price had to be paid. Oh, they've built over an awful lot of cliffs here. We're gonna have to, like, yeah, that sucks. Well, it is the plan, though. Hopefully we can get there before the Guardian is completed. So you're gonna grab these. So all of a sudden, around about, you know, 5, 6 o'clock, I just got, like, powerfully nauseous. Just, like, waves of nausea. And it doesn't seem to be related to anything. And it was a terrible evening. A terrible evening to a really, really wonderful day. Are you... Okay, they're going to spawn out of the ruin, I guess? I don't know if I've ever completed this quest before. So I'll be honest with you, the fact that I'm having the same kinds of problems again, and that also it doesn't seem to be triggered by anything, has me like a little worried that maybe there's some like kind of more serious long-term problem with my stomach, and I'm just trying like not to think about that too hard. For now, anyway. We have work to do, right? So I definitely don't want to build a plow factory here. Let's get the Inquisitor's Divinity down. We do need to figure out where to put the lab tools. So that is why there was no recording last night, even though I would very much have liked there to be. And I'm feeling kinda, sorta okay right now. If I'm honest, I'm like kind of walking on eggshells here. A little nervous. Map exchange with Pink. That doesn't benefit me at all, right? They might know what's going on in this sea region, but clearly there are no fortresses there, or somebody would have taken control of it. I don't see the benefit. Actually, what is this? Sorry, what's this saying? I was about to just close it without reading it. Okay, they would like to be friendly now. I get it. I have a lot of Urkins kind of near their territory. The march of the kaiju could affect anyone. So we are at 89% approval right now. And we're very close to getting this. We could pull this in our new city. So I'm debating whether I think state-approved theater is worth it. It might end up being kind of a wasted research. How long would it take? We're not going to have a lot of Hyperium left. We're going to want to build lab tools and the Climatology Guild. So we're going to be able to make 2 of these. You know what? Let's go ahead and go for this. It's probably worth it, and we're hoping to pick up Nyrinus, which will be a lot of extra Hyperium per turn. So you're still waiting. The Urkins are going to arrive a little more staggered than I was hoping. Okay, you'll make it to here next turn. That's fine. Do I have a plan for my Skyfin? Guess we can grab this. They could just march troops out of Sadrej at any moment to finish me off, and I guess I'm thankful that they haven't. Speaking of stuff in Sadrej, so my plan here is to use Arla Sabor to perform a Steel Vision action that will give us vision over more of the stuff deeper inside Red's territory, and thus allow us to jump Arla Sabor over to one of those cities. You don't get vision from the cities themselves unless you wait all the way for level 5, but I have to imagine that if we get level 3 or 4 off, there's got to be an army in their mainland that is close enough to a city that we'd be able to see the banner and jump that way. So that's, fingers crossed, what we're going to be doing. Arla's going to need a little bit more time to make that happen. So yeah, I guess we're ready to move on here. You don't actually have... No, okay. I don't actually want to sail out right at the beginning of the turn. So let's go ahead and commit our move order as soon as we can. I guess we should be on the Skyfin, because we could lose the Skyfin pretty quickly here. So make sure we search this ruin before that happens. You know, it would be fun to end up in control of all 5 wonders without having built any of them ourselves. That's just efficiency right there. Okay, dick move. But now that you've run out of movement... And then we'll just, like, sail very far away very quickly. let's move you as far as you can go up here. The necrophages have a single fire ship, but honestly, that's enough to be a problem. It is out of movement, though. So in the water, we'll have half movement, right? 2.3. Is it half? I don't know. It's less. I think we'll have enough movement to move 3 spaces, though. Yeah, we'll be able to get onto land at the beginning of the next turn. So let's just go ahead and queue that up. And then if we can get these 2... My hope is that we can get these 2 close enough where if Chaka gets attacked here, they'll be able to serve as reinforcements. Okay, that's why I didn't want to sail out early, because I knew they were going to have something. They are thinking about running a settler out here, presumably to try to get Auriga. Do I have any units around here? I don't, right? Can we fix that? Yeah, okay. Let's just get a single unit to run the scout down. Or the settler, rather. Okay, more dust, cool. And you, I don't know, you're probably just waiting for more haunts to spawn, right? I think I just leave you in place. Alright, let's go pursue that deal. They like it quite a lot. Actually, wow. Can I give them something less significant even than this? Ooh, they would really like our food tech. I don't want to give them spy defenses. What is their global approval level right now? Why am I not able to brain this? Empire approval. Okay, so it's... Looks like it's already maxed out. So it seems like giving them bread and circuses shouldn't actually strengthen them at all. I'm into it. So now we have a circle of common friends here, and maybe we can make more stuff happen out of that. But now we have access to the market. We also have... Interesting. Our trade routes have gotten a little bit more valuable while I was not paying attention. Now that we have access to the market, can I just buy 9 grass silk and push us over? No, of course not. And everything's so damned expensive. 68. So there's just barely not enough Titan bones. There's not enough Moonleaf. We already have a die booster running. Yeah, there's not enough of anything on this market for me to be able to actually run a booster of any kind. That is super annoying. Let's go back to green. Do they have grass silk? Nope. Don't really have much of anything that we could actually use. Because of course they don't. What about you? You have grass silk. Okay. Here's the deal. I'm going to need 9 of that. We'll get my approval levels back up here. Certainly not giving you all of this stuff. God. Really unreasonable rate here. This is a terrible trade. Hooray, I contributed to the global event. We'll get some cash back on that, but most importantly, get that Empire approval value up. Okay, so I think we're ready to move here. So you have that tagged in. You already have your movement set up, so hopefully we have coverage. You know what? We have another unit over here. Let's bring this one up too. Actually, I could put you in the water. Maybe that's the move. Try to give this ship something to focus on. No, sorry. You go there. I want you to go here. Draw the attention of the necrophages and see if we can maybe prevent their ship from harassing our troops as they're moving over the ocean. You have orders already, right? Okay, yeah. I think everybody's ready to do what needs to be done at the beginning of the next turn. Oh, I see that Guardian did in fact complete, so that's not ideal. All right. We have a lot of very important movement happening here. Oh, I should probably pull my people off of influence now. We're probably set on that. I don't know exactly how much influence we're producing with no citizens attached to it, but we can probably afford to find out at the very least. Nothing. Cold War from purple. That's exactly the opposite of what I wanted. Are they thinking about it? Do they want to do this? No, they're backing up. Okay. May as well search that. Oh, 50 Moonleaf is enough to run the Moonleaf booster. We don't do this, right? I don't care about that. Karat could... I didn't actually figure out where I want to put my lab tools. Hold on a second. So let's go over... It's going to be Ochk or Mapal, right? Probably Ochk, just because of the higher population. So that gets to 985. Yeah. And Exit has science skills and stuff. So we want to do this. We're also going to want to do this here. So those two things play very, very well together. And then here... I don't know, just like build another monk, I guess? We're going to want to do the... We're going to want to do an imperial funding in both of these cities as well, obviously. Yeah, so this settler is gonna get munched. The way my stuff is positioned, it doesn't make any sense for us to do settler versus settler combat, right? They actually have combat gear on their settler too. But like if I could get a city militia or something involved, obviously that would be pretty high value. Okay, so yeah, your job is going to be to just continue running around and gathering. You can see we're doing okay on pearls. Like we're getting a lot of new pearls, but it's not going to be enough. So interestingly, they did spend all of their movement, but they didn't attack. So yeah, let's get some, let's plan to get some bodies on shore here. We're going to have to manual some of this stuff because it won't let me key in the movements correctly while we're still occupying the spaces. We can do that just fine. Obviously, that Neutral battle, not a big problem. So maybe the answer here is just produce more units. Although they don't come out very quickly, do they? I suppose we need to get Inquisitor's Divinity up everywhere, because you can launch a hinder science or hinder morale spy action from any city. So it does make sense to do this. And maybe we're spending a bunch of money on heroes? Or not heroes, on building stuff. Do we have an open city still? Yeah, because we don't have that hero back. I'd really like to just get our hero back. So yeah, maybe we're spending a bunch of money completing buildings, since we don't have a lot else to do with it, it turns out, even with the market. That's costly. Alright, let's bump people here. We probably do not need anyone to be influence focused. Okay, so running it like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Gleka's science output is surprisingly strong. And I think we are going to try to save money to rush half of the living lab tools. I don't know, this science victory is... It doesn't seem impossible, I guess. Oh, you know what, we should make sure the Skyfin has orders here as well. Just kind of like get away from the last place they knew we were. But yeah, okay. This seems like a set of commands. Oh, they have just built another boat. Presumably for the purpose of preventing me from continuing to ferry troops across the strait. No, I was trying to select you. Oh, interesting. I'm just going to go now. That tile is actually in the attack area. I didn't realize. They don't give us much chance here, which makes me nervous. Okay, this finally happened. Empty again. Absolutely not. We need red to go down, but I can't do it for that cheaply. We do have a lot of titanium. We're not bringing in much science via trade right now. Is that actually going to be our best move, science-wise? Honestly, maybe. I mean, there's this. We have some mithrite and stuff. We can do that. Alright. Over in Mapal. Definitely want to get an Imperial funding going. Obviously, this has to happen. It's tremendously important. Apparently I have an unsearched ruin over here. Very sloppy stuff. Oh hey, the Shard of Icariel. That is a mighty good sword. Not really the kind of thing our military heroes need, but definitely pretty good. Okay. Oh hey, we found red boats. Probably sort of a miracle that we didn't get attacked there, actually. So we want to, like, get as deep into their territory as possible. Wait, what is happening over here? The city is being sieged by... These are mercenaries. Yeah, 858. They've got to be. This is a privateer army. I mean, I guess that doesn't necessarily... Oh, no, okay, they are actually at war. I clicked on them, and then I was like, well, you know, if it's privateers, then probably whoever's doing it is not actually even at war with them in the first place. But it seems like I may be wrong. Yeah, I guess just get on land here. And I don't know how much I can threaten this city realistically, but all we really need to do is get the necrophages to yield, right? Out of curiosity, okay. Like, do I think I'm actually going to win the battle against all those units in there? I suppose what we can do is just throw up the siege, make them have to think about it. And actually, at this point, we can finish you off. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to move these two monks together and actually move them into support positions. Our settler can kill their settler because of the garrison. And I guess, at this moment, there's nothing to do except the actual attack. And I don't know that it matters terribly who comes in second. I guess your lice are slightly higher level. Maybe I should have just put the city under siege. Well, too late now. So there's nothing I can do to actually make Chaka safe, which is a real shame. Never mind. Initiative order is a lie. Come on. There we go. So I want to lock up as many of these units as possible while still making sure we have plenty of room for our own units to run out. So I do it this way. I've left this tile unfilled. Actually, maybe that's not wise. Then they can run stuff up to here. Maybe you just stand still. I'm just thinking, like, it would be really nice if we could guarantee that we'd be able to pull stuff in from both of our reinforcement panels, right? So I'm trying to maximize that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we should lock down 4 units with our lice. And then the Urkins will just take their turns whenever they can. These things have some stats on them. Okay, good sweep. Yep, that's exactly what I did not want to happen, and of course I do no damage. All right, getting some sweeps here. So, lock. I probably want to prevent you from actually getting an attack off, at the very least. You should attack, I guess, just whoever's lowest. Well, actually, you probably won't even get to determine your target. Alright, something like that back here is my hope. Alright, getting some real damage in at least. Yeah, that's a shame. The good news is we're setting ourselves up for some pretty good sweep strike backs. Yeah, they've done a very effective job of locking us down in the corner here and making it impossible for my units to show up to battle. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty bad. Pretty really bad. And now I don't get to determine anything about the battle anymore, so... They managed to pin us here way faster than I was imagining they would. To be fair, I thought my lice would actually kill some people, which they really, really didn't. Yes, they lost 2 units and we lost an Urkin, although that Urkin is... that Urkin is fully... They burrowed it away right away, but... Okay, it went to Brahma. It went to... It just happened to show up adjacent to another player's full health Guardian. Just what a coincidence. Oh, hey, that ended. Cool. Yeah, there's no version of this where we get a unit over there. Like, the only regions on the map that are still unclaimed are Brahma, Amaroya, and Unarin. It had to go to one of them, and in Unarin or Amaroya, it's guaranteed that we will get it back. So it has to go to Brahma, and then even in Brahma, on about half the tiles, it's more likely we will get it back than anybody else will. So of course it can't go there to any of those tiles either. Alright, well, I mean, like, we had to try at least. Where we do kind of a similar thing over here, where we are going to try to get the new Urkins in place. Right, you still don't have anything else to do. Handled this. And we're just sieging the other city. Yep. They feel like they won a battle, so the truce is less likely now, not more likely. Right. Okay. This is still not valuable to me. Definitely rerun the wine. So... do we want to actually attack this turn? We probably should, right? Yeah, I probably should just attack. I shouldn't give them a turn to build more units, since it seems like they didn't really refill. Yeah, they left themselves pretty low. Yep, Arliss Sabor hit level 3. That's very good. Pink elected not to take Chaka, but did land a massive army on the shore. Pink can't attack me. Ugh, and of course, Chaka has spawned a ton of lice instantly. That's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy this out here. That'll be a healthy boost to our total science output. Oh, right, the luxury thing wore off, so we can do that now. That's cool. So, we definitely don't need expansion disapproval. I mean, what do we need? That's a lot of money, but at this point I don't know what we would do with it. I mean, we could learn to build Guardians. Maybe go back and pick up one of the Guardian types that requires a resource we have a lot of. Like, honestly, the Earth Guardian's not a bad fighter. The Earthquake ability is really powerful. And we've seen the Dust Guardian do some things in the past. If we're still thinking that we may have to, like, go hard on destroying all of the other players' capitals, maybe it is a good idea to pick up some... Let's do it. Let's pick up some Guardian tech. It's not usually how I get down, but... Alright, let's go do this. I'm very annoyed with the way things have worked out here. But they can't stop me from getting 2 melee Urkins into play this time. Because it's going to happen on the first turn. Alright. So, once again, I feel like a big part of... this battle is going to be locking these units up really, really fast. And, like, because they have so few units in total, they're not going to be able to make this as much of a pain for me. So their hero will move right before our units get a turn. I think it's okay to just, like, charge him. So we get a first turn where we don't get to do any damage. We're just shredding fortification. There we go. Having a heck of a time actually getting through their defenses here. Okay, so this was very clumsy, and I should not... I lost an Urkin doing it, and I definitely shouldn't have. It was just, like, not optimal play on my part. We can buy out some stuff here, I suppose. The city will come around quickly, I think. I probably want to save my dust. I probably want to use my dust to help push things along in Ochk. Maybe we want to just bounce people to industry for... Yeah, just to get this stuff done. Yeah, alright. So we'll do that. And at this point, you don't really have a lot of use here. So the next thing is to figure out if we can get a favorable truce. They have taken the unusual step of popping out the garrison of this city. There's no way that that needed more room in its garrison to build stuff. Oh, hey, there's a Hyperion. Wow. The necrophages are just squatting on like 100. The horribly, horribly damaged necrophages we're squatting on not 100% of the world's Hyperium supply, but like a pretty large percentage of it. Apparently there's 2 deposits right over here as well. Wow, and also, geez, Purple's territory is extremely resource rich. Alright, well... So let's see here. We're going to try to get vision of some of these deeper cities. We need to figure out which one of these cities is Red's capital. You've got more of this stuff to fight. Okay, and that was actually the end of the quest. So we have gained the Disharmony Shield far, far too late for it to actually be useful. And then we got nothing out of the ruins anyway. Real kick in the teeth there. So... how are they feeling about the truce now? They are exactly as likely to give us a truce as they were before. If I say I'll give them back Satasa, all of a sudden it's positive. I don't think we're actually going to win the battle for Valdea. That's my take here. So maybe we should just go ahead and accept it. Can I get anything of value off of them? I am taking some of your pearls. All right. So you lot get back over here. So now we have a level 2 strategic intensifier built over top of Hyperium with a silica assimilation. So that's going to be pretty great for our overall Hyperium supplies. We're still going to be pressed on titanium, even with the rate of income that we have, but this is just the way of things, as we have seen in so many games in the past. And we have to turn the eyes of our war machine elsewhere. God, I really, really would like to get Chaka back. Like, is there enough? Could I just buy the pixie blood to make that happen? I could. It's going to be very expensive. Do I have any? Nope, I don't. Not a big surprise there. Nairinus, can you stop being dramatic? There we go. Okay. And the thing is, if Pink takes Chaka from us, we're not getting it back. It's very difficult to imagine the scenario in which we get it back. So I do have to figure this out here. I mean, it doesn't seem super likely to me that I would be allowed to even walk over here and grab it. It's weird that my movement got my movement got invalidated because they attacked the lice, because that space is a ruin. They couldn't get adjacent to Chaka that turn. Oh, interesting. You just chose not to step into the open space. Well, I'll take that. Yeah, green things are going to settle the middle here, which is obviously not going to occur. I'm just going to fold you in here. This is going to be closed borders. Yep, not a big surprise. So Amenvar is not the capital. Here we go. Yith. Yith is the capital. It's not very well defended at the moment, actually. And we don't want to give them reason to start. I want to just keep moving through here. Let us not present any kind of offensive threat. Although, I mean, obviously, a Skyfin does not present an offensive threat. You can still spook the AI pretty badly. So somebody's going to have to get back over to the other continent, because we're going to need to start filling in some of this territory over here again so that it doesn't get settled. Oh, right, we're in a truce. They can't stop me from going back over there anyway. Okay. Well, situation. Things are certainly going. So honestly, this city is a pretty good place for another Imperial funding. There's a fair number of tiles there. Exid can grab... Oh, wow. Exid was winning on science. Exid City was winning on science with 0 levels of Will of Achille. That's very good news indeed. Well, you don't have to walk on all of the lava. I mean, I don't necessarily need Chaka to get things done here. I'd very much like Chaka, though. Well, we'll get adjacent and then we'll do some math. Chaka itself is still very, very low on health. But probably not so low that I can claim it with a single monk. Although Chaka's defensive stats are really bad. If here in Kendre, I wanted to build a monk with everybody on industry. Nope. Still a little bit more than we can manage. And we did finish the Geos research, so I could start building a Geos somewhere, potentially. We are 3 techs away. It's not where I thought we'd be going. Twice now. It has been not where I thought we'd be going. And then we actually do have all of the actual science technologies, so maybe the move at this point is just like stockpile tech? Yeah. I don't hate that. We could go for this, I suppose. Honestly, though, we're going to want to build Imperial News Networks everywhere. And I think I prefer the flat science increase to the percentage science increase because of all the percentage increases we already have. Which, as far as I'm aware, stack additively with each other, not multiplicatively. And since we have so many, it really powers up just improvements to the base value. I think this is right. Maybe it's a science victory. Maybe, like, we're actually kind of hauling ass here, right? Like, we're going to start researching our first endless tech early in the 1-teens. And we've got a military force large enough that, like, not necessarily large enough to hold us down, but, like, certainly large enough to make it so people won't be able to mess with us trivially. Yeah, maybe we're okay. Maybe this is the plan. Alright, let's try to get Chaka back, though, because Chaka is the science circuit and would be tremendously helpful in our endeavors for a number of reasons. Oh, right, Lightform. Lightform's going to come around someday. Turns out there's Hyperium over there, too. There's Hyperium everywhere that we aren't. Pretty standard, actually, it seems like. Okay, so I just block off... Perfect. Just block off access to Chaka for another turn. I can't actually buy the pixie blood, right? It's too much. And somebody bought some of it, too. Alright, how close does the army get this turn? Not. The answer is not close. Yeah, we need a couple of turns to make it there, even with the friendly docks eating things. Alright, yeah. Run, Skyfin, run. Nope, okay. I had definitely clicked the button before they started moving that unit, so I guess I just was not going to be allowed to do that. Now we know, though, that Yith is somewhat under-defended. We can make stuff happen on that axis soon. I'm just going to drop you in here. Alright, go ahead and rush that out. So how much titanium are we producing per turn? 12.5. It's not bad. Okay, actually Pink backed off. So maybe this is going to be okay. Because if we can get close enough, we can absolutely just beat Chaka in a fight. We'll probably lose some bodies, but that's very doable. Okay. Yeah, interesting. And then actually, it turns out there's a ton of pearls left to gather over here. Alright, so red killed my skyfin, which is very annoying, but not something I'm actually going to do anything about. Which they probably had a pretty good sense was the way that was going to go. Can we have pearls. Yes, we can build more garths here. That's probably a pretty high priority. Right, every tile is going to give us a bunch more science to work with, plus leveling up districts makes their science output more impressive, and will make it even more impressive with climatology. Yeah. Lots of good. Okay, so we're just going to keep being inconvenient over here, and we're going to try to keep an eye on the overall global situation. So purple broke their relationship with me, but not their relationship with green. Wow, they really are not into the idea of being friends with me anymore. Not even for both of us mutually declaring war on red. This may be a thing where red's capital would have to be the last one, just due to their overall military strength. But I am decreasingly certain that that's the way we're going anyway. We have managed to, mostly by the bow, acquire a pretty large and functional empire here. Lots of big, powerful cities that we would literally not have been able to build under any circumstances. Because, you know, it's tough. It's tough to make a city this size as an Alayi player. Okay, we're all leveling up. That's very fun. I think we're going to get our Chaka back. Syria Lastra should definitely pick up Inspirational Leader. You're still captured for another 10 turns. Okay. I should have... Right, I forgot to... Wait, do we know that they're captured by the necrophages? I think I had that in my head last episode too, and I'm just like misremembering a thing from another game. Probably. Okay, the capital definitely does not have Imperial funding, but definitely should. And yeah, no, we can build it here too, sure. Definitely going to want to put some money into those. Those are not going to get done in any reasonable kind of time scale. Alright, so Americans are headed back toward the places that they will be from. My settler can go and get more pearls, I guess. You have just so much to do. I wonder why Pink didn't go after this. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Imperial funding would be pretty cool here. Large-scale aquatic center also is good. And there goes the titanium. Oh, right, down here we still have a lot of like very basic buildings that we don't have yet. Would be a good idea to build, probably. Although, honestly, probably doesn't end up mattering. The city has not been super valuable to us. We could pour some dust into it, but honestly, I think it would be so hard to make it matter that we should probably just focus on other places. Okay, so let's try very hard here to get our Urkin back. If we can place the plus science Urkin here, the yield is going to be really tremendous. Quickly. I guess I don't need to be in a big hurry here. We can wait until next turn and engage this properly. Now that I see the way people are moving around. Yeah, lots of settlers coming over here thinking that there's any version of this where they get to settle something. There's a roaming guardian in Unarin, but I don't actually want... It's not going to give us the guardian. It's going to give us the tech, and I don't want the tech. The tech is actually value negative for us. So... I mean, Mapal doesn't really need to be better at building things. I think I am just going to grab winter immunity. Or like, no, I mean, like, we should do this, I guess. It just doesn't really matter. Because Mapal already builds everything in one turn. But you know what? Mapal can be where we build a Geos. How about that? We're still not quite populated enough to build more district. I don't see us wanting to do this. In Karat, we will... Right, we still need to build cryometric monitors in one place too. Okay, yep. And I mean, we're going to want them down here, I think. Well, actually, there's not very many anomalies in this city, right? Oh, there's 3. Yeah, good enough. That was the magic number, like they say in the song. Okay, so we're almost ready to move. I don't know who's going where. We're almost ready to reclaim our footing. You do get, I've talked many times about how I do not value military play, certainly as highly as a lot of other people seem to, but you do get a sort of flexibility out of it in the late game, provided that you have managed to survive your first couple of like military campaigns. Once it's no longer trivial for people to mess with you, you don't have to walk on eggshells as much. It's just like... It does feel sketchy every time you spend resources in the mid-game on a unit instead of like a thing that makes your food output increase. But then you just, if you can do what we have done here and take 3 player capitals, it evens out pretty well. Alright, so we're going to grab our Chaka back here and then probably end the episode with this turn at that point. Alright, yes, reactivate the die. No, we definitely don't do that. Down in Edina. Once again, probably actually have to build the Inquisitor's Divinity everywhere. We have the dust to rush this out. And then a Climatology Guild is probably pretty important here. To be able to do that. And then once we've done that, we can build a cargo dock here as well, which will be cool. Oh, there are a fair number of river tiles in this city, aren't there? Rush that out too. Okay, so our science output is climbing like really, really rapidly. Our initial position, I don't think, was good for trying to pursue a science output, but the combined position of this entire continent, I think, is absolutely sufficient. So, you know, we just took it. We'll just take it as all. I don't think that we need to strategize very hard here. I think this is pretty much just like a run at them kind of thing. We can try to minimize the amount of sweep strike back that we absorb. My guess is, between those two, that's going to be a dead unit there. Oh, right, sorry, our hero doesn't go early, though. I don't know why I had it in my head that our hero would definitely go first. We would have had to have put him more in the middle for that to be a safe assumption. Alright, everybody do violence. Okay, am I remembering correctly? Is this, in fact, the Science Arcan? Yes. Chaka. Okay. So Chaka needs to migrate to here. All right. So plus 50% science for both of our biggest science cities, and then also Kandre. Incidentally. Okay. Badly injured. Decreased morale. Snuck under the radar. Not much we can do about that, unfortunately. So you are going to resettle. And you know, we might do one more turn actually here, just so that I can make sure that we get this, we get Fakir over to Brahma before somebody actually does put a settler down in Brahma. So Brahma is only adjacent to Kandre. Wait, of these two, who would I rather have back here? So Khazar is the food Urkin, and Fakir is the money Urkin. Probably Fakir is the one who goes over there. So yeah, okay, we rooted the right person. But I didn't have a plan. It was just kind of dumb luck. Is that really the fastest way for... Okay, just do this. Okay. Who else? You're fine where you are. You're fine where you are. You're fine where you are. Okay. So let's have our friend here selected. We'll migrate to Kandre and hold down Kandre. We have entered the final era. And we kind of sort of have a plan. We have some friendships that will hopefully be helpful in... Okay, the Ardent Mages have a lot of high-level heroes. I mean, we knew they were terrifying militarily anyway. Okay, so that's locked all the regions up again. With our most valuable Urkin in our most valuable spot. Geos is finished. That's good. And I don't exactly know what to do with my military at the moment. I guess we just need to, like, be in a position where we're flexible. Yeah, that probably makes sense to build. And I mean, goes without saying, right? So finishing our first Endless Tech on turn 124. It's pretty not ideal. We definitely need to pour some more dust into all this stuff. Out of curiosity, there are stockpiles. City could use a little bit of a push. Yeah, okay, I like that. So that climatology guild's going to be a lot of raw science in this city. We have a ton of level 2 districts. Yeah, I suppose your job is still to collect pearls. I don't know what Geos' job is. Geos' job is to kind of get toward the middle of the Empire, I suppose. And get right at the docks in Mapal and just try to figure out what you might be able to do to help from there. And then this city could really use one of those. Oh, you know, there's some... Wow, we can't even afford to buy the 4... No, we can, just barely. let's set up a large-scale aquatic center here. Okay, I mean, we're pushing as hard as we can. So we're building important stuff, we're leveling up districts. Yeah, and the maps, the lines on the map have not really been moving around very much. It seems like people's positions are mostly pretty stable. We did a good job controlling the necrophages, and like, to some extent, giving up on the what do you call it? Giving up on the supremacy victory feels a little bit like a failure. But it feels a little bit like admitting that we couldn't get there and falling back. But I really want to make sure that at the very least, that I don't discount my own work here. I really want to make sure that at the very least, draw my attention to the fact that we worked really hard to create a situation here where it is possible for us to do a science victory. We would not have been able to do this through insular play on our home continent, not even just through driving off pink. Like, getting over here and making things happen and making sure that the necrophages stayed weak and catching the Mycera player sort of wrong-footed and wiping them out very quickly. Like, all of this stuff was really critical. So this has been a complicated game, and it is a game that I'm pretty proud of my military play on. A game that I think unfolded quite differently from a lot of our other science victories, despite the fact that in some ways it feels like we kind of failed to find a way to get the victory we wanted twice during this particular game. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today, and thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, hopefully soon, maybe even later today, we will be pressing this thing toward its end. I don't imagine we'll get there all at once, but I think we have a line now, and it's looking pretty strong, and we are going to hurl as many giant monsters as it takes at anyone who tries to stop it. And we'll see you then.